Hi, welcome to the channel. I've just seen this article on the Telegraph by Madeline Ross about an hour ago about Reeves considers forcing bosses to raise pension contributions. So I just thought we'd go through it together. So employees face paying more towards staff pensions under plans being considered by Rachel Reeves around how retirements are funded. A review of how much bosses and employees pay into pensions through the auto-enrolment scheme will be launched before Parliament goes into summer recess on July the 22nd. Current rules means that at least 8% of salaries are paid into pension pots, with 5% by employees and 3% by bosses. The review, led by the Department of Work and Pensions, is expected to examine how much more needs to be set aside for retirements and whether the bill for the additional savings should be footed directly by employees or by employers. The Department of Work and Pensions review will also look at the state pension after the Office of Budget Responsibility warned that the cost of the pensioner benefit would be 3 times more than originally forecast by the end of the decade. Life expectancy data and the impact of previous hikes in the state pension age will be considered, sources at the Department of Work and Pensions said. The state pension age, which is currently 66, will increase to 67 between 2026 and 2028, and then 68 between 2044 and 2046, based on current legislation. However, this could be brought forward. The pension industry has been warning for some time that these limits will see employees in the private sector fail to save enough for retirement. It is estimated that as many as 3 in 5 workers due to retire in 2040 will not have enough saved. Well, that's quite funny because I think about 40-something% of the jobs are in the public. The public sector, sorry. And they're normally the ones with good pensions. So I think what they're saying here is the people who aren't working for the government, as in the private sector, they're the ones who are short on their pension. So they know that we're not paying enough into our pension. Right, sorry, little rant there. Will not have enough saved, which says pensioners need a minimum of 13,400 a year to live. The launch of the review was delayed after concerns were raised about the impacts on employers of funding larger pension pots so soon after the national insurance raid on companies announced in the October budget. Right, I'm not going to read the rest, I'm just going to skim over it. Yeah, so the Mansion House speech is due on Tuesday, I think it's the 15th. So I'm going to do an update on that when that comes out. Yeah, so they know it's wrong, it needs looking at. Yeah, so other countries, Australian contributions increased from 11.5% to 12%. That's better than our 8%. I'm not sure, but I think I read somewhere that a lot of that 12% is actually paid by the companies rather than the employees. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to the story there. I will do an update on the 15th when the Mansion House agreement comes out in the news, see what they actually say. But I thought that was very interesting. They're admitting that we're not putting enough into the pensions. So, yeah.